So what we have to do, folks, is remove the blinders. That's what we have to do. We have to start paying attention to what's really working in our world if we want to become successful. I've been speaking since 1984 professionally. That's a long time. Every single program since 1984, I ask myself the same question months before I take the stage. And that question is, Mike, you're going to go to Memphis. You're going to stand up in front of a room full of hardworking entrepreneurial people who have businesses, who have expenses, that have problems, they have issues, they have concerns. They're humans. And you, as a stranger, are going to get on a plane, get off a plane, go on over and talk to them. Here's the question I ask. What difference are you going to make coming into their lives? What difference, Mike? Are you going to stand up on a podium? What difference can you make to a room full of strangers? I've asked myself that question since 1984, and I'll continue to ask that question until I retire. I think you can ask yourself that same question. When people meet you, what difference are you going to make in their lives? Because you are in position to make a difference. And you need to make a difference. And what the world needs now more than anything else, if you have been paying attention, is we need people to make a difference in our lives. And you folks are in the catbird seat to make a difference. I was down here this morning. I'm going to I won't jump a slide. I'll wait for that story till we get there. 8 triggers. Here they are. Number 1. Well, one way, the fastest way, is you write about what you know about. We believe what we read. We don't necessarily believe what we hear, but we do believe what we read. If that's the case, write something. Write what? Something about your specialty, something about your niche, something about your industry. Safety, travel. I mean, there's a million things you can write about. Mike, I'm not a writer. Here's the challenge. And everyone in this room can do this, and I challenge you to do this. So you too can become an authority figure. I want you to write a short, lousy article. You can all do that. What's short? My name's Mike. I think you should go to Bermuda. Thanks for listening. Is that short? Pretty short. Is it lousy? Yeah, it's lousy. So once you have that now, you have one. You have a short, lousy article. Now the challenge is make it longer. Make it better. Edit it. Tweak it. Get to 200 words. Get to 225. Get to 300 words. Then you have it. And next time somebody asks you about Bermuda, you can say, here's an article I wrote about Bermuda. Click here on my website. I'll send you an article about Bermuda. Or river cruising, or whatever your niche is. Writing, speaking, teleconference, seminar. Share your knowledge, and you too will become an authority figure. Oh, by the way, write this down. The only thing you have to write. And my challenge to you, and trigger number 1, is to become the authority figure when it comes to travel. So when people ask you to get out of the car, you get out of the car. When you recommend a hotel, they listen to you. When you recommend an airline, they listen to you. When they recommend a river cruise, they listen to you. Why? Not because you're a nice person, because you're the authority figure and you know what you're talking about. You paid your dues. You've gone to the seminars. You've read the books. I challenge everybody in this room. Last night on your pillow, you had a book. I think probably to some of you, that's the closest you've come to a book since you left high school. Books are good things. I challenge you, read that book. I have not read it yet. I will read that book because of people who in authority said it's a good book. If people say to me, go buy a book, I go buy a book if I trust them, and then I read it. Being an authority, people listen to you. How do you become an authority figure? You are magnets. You have the power, and it's called power, to either attract people into your world or repel them away from you. Everyone in this room has that power. Roberta had the power, and everyone loved the woman, and all she did was say, let me fix you a drink. Because in 10 seconds, she called me Mr. Mike. And she remembered that I wanted a gin and tonic. And she did the little tiny things that just drew us all closer to her. And then the smile, and then the pace. Have you ever let somebody you stop the car and let somebody cross in front of you? Do you do that in Chicago? Yeah. Or do you run them over? In New York, you run them over. Yeah, well, when you stop to let someone cross in front of you, and don't you appreciate them to kind of walk quickly? Do you notice that? You let them go, and they keep talking, or they're looking at their gizmo, or whatever they do. Yeah, we notice little things. Ladies, let me ask you this question. Guys, pay attention. Fellas, wake up. Pay attention. Ladies, the first name here, Jill. I see that name. Name badges are so cool. Jill, if you and I went out for a cup of coffee down to Beale Street, and we took my car, and we went down, and I opened up the passenger side door for you, and you got in the passenger side, I closed the door, went over to the driver's side, and we drove down to Beale Street. Pay attention, would you have noticed that courtesy that I helped you open the door? Jill, are you capable of opening your own door? You cannot. You know how doors work? You pull the thing and it goes open. Great, but you would appreciate that. And now, ladies, by a show of hands, how many else in this room would appreciate a gentleman opening your car door for you? All right, keep your hands up. Fellas, pay attention. It's a little thing. 2 hands over here. Hold a second. This is a two-hander. How are you? Would you like to come up and say a few words? You're beautiful. Now, I remember the days I used to be able to do that and get away with it. Now I expect to hear from my lawyer the day after tomorrow. But it's the price you pay. What are you going to do? Go ahead, sue me. I don't care. Authority, reciprocity, likability, trust, community, anticipation, scarcity, social proof, the 8 mental triggers that if you'd study those, and remember, MikeMarchev.com/mask, it's all there for you. You don't have to listen to remember what I said today. It's all there for you. You understand that, how other people think, how other people operate, fuel those triggers, and you're going to be a lot better off. And I'm going to leave you right now with my 12-word marketing plan. I have a 12-word marketing plan. Get a load of this. It consists of 12 words. And it's the only 12 words you need going through the rest of 2018 and into 2019 to grow your business, thrive, be successful, have fun, and help other people. And here's my 12 words. Get up, get out, and make more people glad they know you. That is all you need to do as you move forward. My name is Mike Marchev. Thanks very much for having me. Thank you. Thank you.